This seller thought she'd lost $27 to a normal refund until she realized the dead crabs in the video never existed. They were AI. Miss Xuan from Guangzhou, Guangdong, were the crabs you bought from me a few days ago tasty? And does your conscience feel okay? We sent you a whole box of crabs. The next morning after you signed for it, you contacted customer service saying that out of the 8 crabs, 6 had arrived dead. Then you sent us this photo. At first glance it looked normal, but the details were strange. I've never seen a dead crab with its legs lifted upward like that. A real dead crab should look like this, its claws completely flat against the surface. So our customer service asked you to send a video. 13 minutes later, you sent one. Let's not even talk about the finer details yet. Why did the very first impression feel like it was made with AI? Also, a normal phone video is 9:16, but this one had clearly been cropped, most likely to remove the watermark. And in the video, the crab's legs were still raised in that unnatural alert position. At that point, we suspected the video was AI generated, so customer service asked you to film another video, this time pointing your finger to each crab one by one. This is Gao, a seafood seller in Suzhou near Shanghai. Think of a small family seller on Amazon, except she's on China's giant platforms like Taobao and Tmall. She shipped 8 live Yangcheng Lake hairy crabs, a famous seasonal delicacy. 4 males, 4 females, all checked alive. The buyer claimed, 6 arrived dead, I want a full refund. Gao refunded the 195 yuan, about $27, because like many Amazon or eBay sellers, fighting a tiny claim usually isn't worth the stress. But later, she rewatched the 2 videos the buyer sent, and that's when she saw it. The first video shows 2 dead male crabs and 4 dead females. The second shows 3 dead males and 3 females. Her shipment, 4 and 4. It's like forging a perfect $100 bill, but putting the wrong president on it. Once Gao's story went viral, other sellers started speaking up. And it turned out this wasn't just about crabs. The exact same pattern was spreading across completely different products. There's now a trend, AI-generated photos and videos used to fake product quality issues just to farm refunds. Moldy fruit. Fruit sellers say every box is quality checked, but buyers send photos with heavy, perfect-looking mold. The colors are off, the patterns are too even, classic AI tells, but platforms still say, customer complained, here's your refund. This is like someone on Amazon Fresh generating a fake image of rotten strawberries and instantly getting their money back. Rotten goji berries. Goji berries, common in Chinese households, show up covered in dramatic black rot and glowing mold. It looks more like concept art than real food, but at a glance it's proof. Dead or bad flowers. Florists send out healthy bouquets. The buyer replies with photos, brown patches, gray fuzz, petals collapsing. Look closer, and the decay is too perfect. Identical shapes repeating, textures that look painted on. Cracked pants or fake damaged clothing. Clothing sellers ship new pants. Buyers send photos showing long cracks or tears. But instead of random rips, the damage looks designed. Straight paths, copy-pasted fraying, repeated patterns across the fabric. In reality, real damage is messy and random. In AI images, the chaos is strangely organized. For scammers, all it takes is a prompt like, add mold, make the flowers look rotten, add cracks and tears to these pants. And bam, instant refund evidence. And the scariest part, on these platforms, the system is almost built to believe those fake photos. Why this works in China? On huge platforms like Taobao and Tmall, China's Amazon and eBay, small value disputes usually lean toward the buyer. It's basically refund first, ask questions later. That has created a subculture of coupon hunters, people who treat refund abuse like a side hustle. Now with AI, they don't even need real damaged goods, just a clean photo and some creativity with prompts. Without the original image to compare, telling real from fake is like judging whether a painting is forged when you've never seen the original. The escalation in police. Back to Gao. She posts a video exposing the crab scam, warning other sellers. Then, privacy complaints, anonymous threats, people saying they know where she lives. Most people would walk away for $27. But Gao doesn't. She says she wants not only to recover my losses, but also to tell all those who work honestly that they should not silently endure injustice. She goes to the police. The investigation confirms it. The buyer used a mobile app to create synthetic AI videos of dead crabs. The scammer gets 8 days of administrative detention. Gao gets her 195 yuan back, and her case becomes a warning shot. Arms race and call to action. China already has rules saying AI-generated content should be labeled, but in practice, enforcing that is like trying to label every drop in the ocean. Platforms are experimenting with AI detectors and buyer credit scores, similar to how US sites quietly flag accounts that abuse returns. But scammers are evolving just as fast. And if this is already happening at scale on Taobao and Tmall, there's no reason it won't spread to Amazon, eBay, and Etsy, if it hasn't already. Gao's fight shows what this new world looks like, a tiny seller versus an invisible AI scammer, and somehow the tiny seller wins. If you sell online, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Shopify, how would you handle a refund request backed by perfect photos like these? Have you ever seen a product complaint image that looked just a little too perfect? Tell me your story in the comments. If you want more real stories from inside China's AI and e-commerce battles, subscribe. I'm tracking more cases like Gao's, and some of them are even worse.